Hey everybody, and welcome to the one you've all been waiting for, our top 5 games of 2022. So it turns out we had 36 new games purchased, like brand new games, in 2022. And of course I'm going by the Board Game Geek the dates, because sometimes, that gets kind of funny. And I don't remember when these things showed up sometimes, so we usually go by the Board Game Geek dates.
Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to mention is that these are all games that were purchased by us, and purchased and played by us. That this was all ours. And there will be another video coming with games that are like expansions or re-implementations or new versions. So like I said, these are all the brand new games for 2022. 36 of them. We had 26 last year, and we have a lot of big boxes here.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
So we need to get started. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of go through all of these and narrow them down to our top 5s. I believe we have some ideas of what our top 5s are going to be,
Yeah.
but let's see how it goes.
They are subjected to change.
Well, you're okay. Let's start with the ones that we didn't actually play this year.
Yep.
So,
For shame, we
know.
didn't get to.
Well, this one's not so bad.
yeah, this one's the Groundhog Gambit.
Right. This is one of the holiday hijinks escape room
rooms.
type games, and it's Groundhog Day themed, which is coming up or past, depending on when you watch this video. So this
Yeah.
one's going to get played real soon. It just did not get played in 2022.
We'd rather wait for the holiday to
Yeah,
play.
we generally do that. There was one last year with the same thing. So
Yeah.
this one didn't get played.
Nope.
What else you got?
Matching for you.
Yeah, Matching for You is another. This is a Japanese trick-taking style game that we just did not get played, mostly because we didn't get it translated properly in time. There are no translations online, and it arrived kind of late in the year, so we didn't get to this one yet. But as you can see, it's a tiny little game. We'll get to that one soon. What else?
Well, we got this one.
Okay, you want to go to that one? Okay.
Yeah.
So this is an extremely heavy game called Artisans of Splendid Vale.
Right.
And this also arrived kind of late in the year, and it's a huge campaign game. So we have not gotten this one played. Not at all yet.
No.
Nope.
So we're looking forward to this one, playing this one this year. But as of right now,
Yeah.
it's unplayed.
Yes.
Let's get this out of here.
Anyways,
right.
this one.
Yeah, so we got another one that's a little. This is our biggest shame of the year right here. Well, second biggest. So Familiar Tales we also bought early in the year, and it went on a shelf up there, and I didn't even put it into my Board Game Geek collection, so we forgot about it most of the year.
I literally had no idea we even owned this game.
I don't know what happened.
Oops.
It got overlooked all year.
Yeah.
So Familiar Tales has not been played yet. But now that we remembered that we owned it, we're going to try to get it to the table soon.
We got this
All
one.
right, hold on. There's right here. Then here's our biggest shame of the year,
Yes.
or at least someone's biggest
Yeah.
shame of the year. Wonderland's War has not been played this year.
No.
We're waiting on what?
Me to paint the minis.
Yeah, so the minis have not been painted. She's been working on that for quite a while,
Too long.
Too long?
Like, oh really? Like the entire year?
and they're like half painted.
Yeah, about half of them are.
Yeah, so somebody needs to get painting so we can actually play this game.
Oops.
Because we hear great things about this game.
Yes, we do.
It made a lot of people's top games of the year.
But not ours.
Not ours because we have not played it. Okay,
That's one of those ones that's subject to change.
so let's get to the games we actually have played and enjoyed over the course of this year.
Yeah.
Where do you want to start, Grayson?
Let's start with this one.
Okay, well, hold it up. Talk about it.
We got turtles, frogs, and escargot.
Yes.
Which it's a game where you can score a lot of points.
Okay, so it's a tile laying game.
Yes, it is
right?
a tile laying game where what you do in it is you lay the tiles and try to get the most points. But there's like a bajillion different ways to get points.
Yeah, there's points everywhere. Points for laying this tile next to this tile or next to this tile. Then there's gold cards and there's public
Snail
gold cards,
statues.
snail statues. There's all kinds of ways to get points.
Yes.
So if you like a tile laying game with a lot of points,
This is
like a
really
point salad type game where everything you do gets you points. This one's good.
We did have to translate it.
Yeah, this is one I did have to translate all by myself because there was no translation online.
But we figured it out.
But it's pretty fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Would this? Do you think anybody would be picking this for their top 5 of the year?
Nah.
Probably not, but it was an enjoyable game.
Right.
All right. So here is Three Sisters. Three Sisters is a loaded roll and write, as they like to
Yes.
call them, where you have 2 sheets and you're basically farming, right? Growing what is it? Beans and pumpkins and corn, and they all kind of are in sync with each other. Which
You
is
also got this orchard, which you can grow some fruits,
no, yes,
and
that's part of the
flowers
2
and-
sheets, and then
yes.
there's a warehouse where you can do all kinds of weird
upgrades.
and unique things. So this is a very combo-y type roll and write where you're filling in this box, and then you can fill in this box, and that triggers you to fill in this other box. This one's a lot of fun.
Yep.
I enjoy this game a lot. We're gonna keep this one right here for a minute.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Okay, what else you got here?
I have Roll and Ghost, which is a print and play game
Yeah.
that we got around Halloween, I believe.
Yeah, right before.
And it's very cute. Dice placement. You have to roll for certain rooms to get in to get the things, and unfortunately, slightly broken.
Yeah, so we played it multiplayer. I feel like it might work better as a solitaire game.
Definitely.
Because of I went out, like there's a I don't know what, it's not a push your luck, but like
It's a fear.
there's like a fear track that if you don't
So basically, if you roll a 1, you go back 1 space. If you roll like a 2 to 4,
on the fear track.
wait, no, it's
It's
actually
3 to
1.
5.
It's a 1 to 2.
Right.
You go back 1 space. 3 to 5 is a go
Up
back
1.
up 1, and then 6 is go 2.
Right.
The only problem is we rolled
kept
a lot
rolling.
of 1s and 2s.
And I kept rolling a lot of high numbers, so I went
Right.
out really quick, and they played for like another 20 minutes after I was
Yes,
done.
maybe like more like half an hour.
So it is a little broken. The fear track is a little broken. It almost needs to move the same for everyone,
Yes.
or more
Like,
ways to
basically,
get
like-
it back down.
In my opinion, there should probably be like a big long one, like 10 rounds probably, and then it ends after 10 rounds.
Yeah, I feel
Something.
I feel like it can be fixed, and we'll probably give it another shot next Halloween just to kind of maybe
See what we
can
see
work
what we
with
can
it.
tweak with it to make it a little more fun. But it is cute and it
Yeah.
was fun. But
Yeah.
that's definitely nobody's top 5 of the
No.
year.
No.
So, all right, what do we got next?
Let's do this one.
Gift of Tulips.
So this one is
Sure, hold up. Yeah.
Gift of Tulips, which is a giving game,
Yeah, it's in the title. Gift.
and where what you do is you give people cards, which gives you points, but also gives them points at the end of the game.
Possibly.
Right. So I
So-
feel like the only way to do good in that game is to be giving people lots of cards, even
And-
though you don't want to.
And then
Right.
yes, because you get the points for that, and those can be really good.
Yes.
But the thing is those people can score at the end of the game, because how it works is that there's like this score track where like each type of tulip moves up and down, and that depends on how many points you get for giving, how many points you
Right.
get for
yeah.
There's
anything,
definitely point manipulation in there with the cards.
which
and the
it can
flowers.
cause a lot of things.
Yeah, I think it was a fun little card game. Would this be considered anyone's contender for top 5 of the year?
Nah.
No?
No, but
No.
I mean, I
It was
do
really
enjoy
fun,
the
though.
theme, and tulip
Sure.
time is a thing in the spring here in
Sure
Michigan.
is. All right, so I'll set that one here. All right, what do you got?
I have Dice Theme Bark, which is kind of a sequel to Dice Hospital, I
Yeah,
would say.
kind of like a
Yeah.
spiritual successor,
Successor,
I
yeah.
would say.
Yeah.
But it's not the same.
No.
There's differences. There's like a lot of differences.
Yeah,
But it's got like the same
right.
type of thing.
Dice
Yes,
placement.
the dice are people. The dice are riding the rides.
But I would call this more of a dice movement
These
game.
people
Yes.
don't really exist.
We're not sure.
Or they're employees, I guess.
Yeah, that's
but
that's us. The people run the park, and the
Right.
dice are go visit the park.
Yeah,
But
so
there's
dice
something
people.
just
So
completely
weird.
wrong with this. Because why are we running a theme
Why-
park for dice?
I'm not sure.
Because they want
But it's
to
fun.
ride rides, yeah. Right. So, what did you think about that game?
I liked it a lot.
I like it a lot too.
Yeah.
It's a little fiddly,
Yeah.
right? Because you're moving your little dice around, and then you're taking them up, and then you're taking them down, and then you're moving them all around. So
Yeah, you definitely have to keep track.
yes. So, but it's a fun sort of puzzle that I like.
yeah.
And so Would that be anyone's contender, possibly?
Yes.
Okay, let's keep that one right there then. All right, so next we have Darwinauts. Okay, this Darwinauts is a tile laying and resource gathering and the type game where you then turn those resources into point cards, basically. You're researching weird animals or in this other dimension before the portal closes. It was pretty fun.
Literally, if I'm correct, destroys the entire universe.
It collapses the entire universe. Yeah. Whoops. Sorry.
Doodle.
It was fun. It's nothing like groundbreaking or amazing, but
Interesting artwork.
Sure, I liked it, but probably not a contender for anybody's top.
They're like, well, it's not our universe, so whatever.
Yeah, whatever. All right, what else you got?
Let's see, we got Como Rebby Parade.
Yeah, what did you think of that one, Grayson?
It was pretty fun. Basically, what you do is you get these tiles, which go on a certain spot depending on where you grabbed it from. And they can move, and you have to get them into the right spots for the scoring card.
Right, so it feels a little bit like one of those slide puzzles where you have to slide everything around to arrange them just right.
Yes. And you have also these secret gold cards, which are just gain 1 point for each certain thing.
It's more about the public goals, where they're all weird, like you have to have so many in a row, or so many in a column, or so many
every different type in a square.
Right, it represents, so they're wildly different, and there's many of them, and you only see 3 each game, so there's a lot of replayability as far as gold cards go. So, that one's fun. Keep that one around for a minute. All right, so let's go to, let's do this one right here. Let's do this one. This one's called Skate Summer.
Yeah.
We only ended up playing this once this past year. We got it from Gen Con, right?
Yeah.
Where you were working for Pandasaurus Games.
Yep.
And I thought this game was fun.
Me too.
There's a so how about this? How do you feel about this game?
I had about the worst luck that you could probably have playing that game, where I did not have fun because...
No, she did not have fun.
I did not have fun. Every card that I got was something that I didn't need. It was not a great experience for me. Now, who's to say to play again and it'd be completely different because it's all luck of the draw, I suppose.
It's not completely luck of the draw, obviously, but...
Right.
But in this case... It ended up being that way.
But you kind of have to know when to stop trying to do tricks on your little board because you're skating around and trying to do tricks, right? However, if you get a bad draw...
That isn't
or
really
bad, it's not gonna...
Or only the one color, as I kept getting, or only one-sided arrows.
Because you have to balance, I don't know, maybe I shuffled bad.
That's a possibility.
It's not my fault. So, I enjoyed this game. I'm definitely open to playing this game more times.
Definitely.
But would it be anybody's top 5 contender, possibly?
Yes.
Really? Okay, we'll keep that here then. Okay, well, here's another Pandasaurus game that I think we had significantly less fun with.
Yeah, it was
fine.
It was fine. It wasn't the greatest.
It mixes a lot of things. It mixes like Ticket to Ride with like a little Tokaido type mini game at the end.
It's kind of...
The problem is the take that aspect.
Yeah, see, so there's a way to...
That's not true. We did that all the time to you, and you still won.
I know, but it's irritating.
But
right?
it's just irritating, yeah. When you make a plan for something to do, and then there's a spot where somebody can go get dynamite and blow you off the mountain.
Right. So you're skiing up the hill, and then if you play so many Yeti cards, there's an avalanche. However, you can also pick up the dynamite and cause an avalanche yourself, which knocks people down the hill.
Right.
Which completely ruins people's plans.
I kept doing it. It was funny.
See, but it
wasn't.
It didn't even hurt me that much as it hurt you, and I still didn't like it. I never wanted to do it.
It kept giving me points, so I kept doing it.
Okay, so I don't think this one's going to be anybody's top game of the year.
No.
I don't even know if this one's going to stay in the collection for very long. I'm opening to playing it a couple more times, but
that's it.
We'll see.
Underwhelming.
Yes.
All right, Grayson, what else we got?
We got this one.
Oh, well, here was your favorite game of the year, right?
I didn't personally enjoy this one.
This is Dungeon Date.
Yes. I thought it was great.
I had a good time with this, too.
I think I was probably just in a bad mood.
That's a possibility.
So basically, you're knocking on dungeon doors, and there's monsters behind them, and you can either befriend them, kill them, or go on a date with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. So, and you have different, like you score differently based on if you're trying to, date them or friendship them or whatever it is. Like you have a character, or what was it? There's a way to.
Right. Once you do that with a person, then they have a goal where they want you to either kill or befriend or
and then
to make them happy.
Them gives you a little bonus.
But if you're so if you're dating a certain monster, they want you to be friends with other monsters or maybe kill other monsters. So that's what it is.
There's style points and
all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
I thought this game was fun. This was a lot of fun.
I didn't personally enjoy that one.
I'm not sure why you didn't like this.
Probably because your little brother did better than you.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, when Finn played, he was befriending everything. He had tons of friends at the end of the game.
Yeah.
So, Dungeon Date's a cute little game. Should I keep this one on the table?
No.
No.
Okay, that's fine. I'll set it over here. It's there if anybody needs it.
I very much enjoyed it, but it's not top 5 for me.
What do you have over there?
I have Cryptid Cafe, which is a game where you are a monster serving people at this restaurant, serving drinks and sandwiches and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
The cards have stuff to make. This monster needs all these meals before it runs down the track and falls off.
Here's the big part. Every round, one of those ingredients
is not available.
You can't get.
Yeah, true. Which is a minor inconvenience if you have, enough. Okay, but here's the thing about this game. It's very overproduced.
Yeah.
But the art is cool.
Yeah.
The pieces are cool. We have the upgraded different monster things. They really don't mean anything.
No, it's just your character pieces.
Yeah.
What do you mean by overproduced?
Like, here's the thing.
It's a little extra fancy than it needs.
We have a game called Just Desserts that does something very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
And that's a tiny little card
and
game.
We've had the.
You need way more food in this to satisfy the monsters than you do in Just Desserts.
But it gives you the same kind of feeling. It's a cute game. It's maybe not the greatest game.
Yeah.
It's probably not going to make anybody's top anything, right?
No, probably not. But it does what it does, and it looks good doing it.
It's fun.
Yeah, which is I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
So, all right.
And I don't think it's going to be in anybody's top.
No, it's not.
No.
All right. You got a bigger stack over there.
Okay.
What else?
Well, how about we do this one?
Yeah, that's the elephant, right?
Yes. Boom. Frosthaven.
Yeah, so we got Frosthaven. This isn't even our copy. This is our friend's copy, right?
Yeah.
Yes. It just lives at our house.
It lives here, yeah. So Frosthaven. This is Grayson's first year playing any Haven game.
Yes.
No, he's never played Gloomhaven.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
We've only played 2 games so far.
We played the 0 and the 1. So we've only played 2 of the intro scenarios. And it's fun, right?
Yeah.
It's just as fun as it ever was. There's an outpost phase that we kind of struggled through on the first time playing it. Because
it was a little bit of too much information all at once, but we got it.
Yeah, but so as we play the outpost phase, I think is going to get a little smoother.
Yeah.
How does everyone feel about Frosthaven?
I mean, it's not on my top 5. Am I enjoying it? Is it more of what we've had? But we've also only played 2 games.
I'd say keep it on the table.
I'd say not keeping it on the table, but
look, there's a spot for it right there.
Keeping it near.
Okay, all right. You can put it right there, back where it was. See, it's not even on camera. Hardly.
There, look, it's right there in the corner.
But anyways.
All right, what else you got over there?
We have Eternal Palace, and this one is about painting beautiful pictures.
Yeah, it actually looks cool when you
beautiful
put it together
landscapes. You have a bunch of different cards that you get to collect, and put them in layers to layer up your painting.
And then you need a resource.
Right, so it's a pretty basic dice placement type game, but I like dice placement games, right?
Yes.
And the paintings don't really mean anything at the end except just aesthetically.
Points.
Yeah, but they're like 1 point each, right?
Yes.
It's not like any, so you're just
there's no combo.
You're just creating something that gets you points.
Yes. But it looks really cool.
But yeah, I like this sort of game. Mm-hmm. Even though, it's, like I said, a pretty basic dice placement type game. Mm-hmm. Keep that one on the table, maybe?
Yeah.
Sure, let's do that. Right in front of Grayson. All right. Well, here, let me clean this one up. Here's Decorum. Decorum is a cooperative game where you are
arguing with your roommates.
We're arguing with your roommates, right? Because you're trying to decorate your apartment cooperatively, but you will each have goals that the other person doesn't know.
Right.
So it can get kind of conflicting when someone's putting something in a room and you can't have it in that room. Maybe because you can't have it on that floor, or you can't have that type of that item in that room.
Or that color of item in that room.
Right. So it's a fun game.
Yeah, it's super fun.
It's a fun experience. I don't know. We played it with 2 and we played it with 4. I don't know, how did you feel about the 4?
I mean,
It's better at 2.
I agree. I think it was fine at 4.
Right.
The issue was...
It was definitely harder at 4.
Well, it was easy for me because I met my goals really early and they almost never messed them up. So I would just constantly pass for most of the game. Like, nope, I'm good.
Yeah.
And then, while the other 3 of them were trying to...
or we'll, randomly mess up your item and you'll just put it back to how it should be.
but I passed most of the game in the 4-player game because it got set and it mostly stayed set.
Because it just was in the right spot.
But it's still a fun game, and it's a fun experience trying to figure out what everyone's goals are. Should I keep Decorum on the table?
Yes, you should.
Okay, I'll put it back here.
Okay.
All right. What else you got over there?
I have. Okay. You want me?
So you got some smaller ones on
here.
top
I'll
there.
give that one to Grayson.
Okay, so here's the thing. I got Squabblin' Goblins, which is another one of these little wallet games. Where what you're trying to do is you're trying to steal as much, or just collect as much money or gold or points in this case as possible. Where there's all these trap cards and stuff, and basically you have these 3. There's 6 piles, 3 on each side. What you play in those piles is whatever it does. There's the abilities, and then there's the stash. The stash is where you have to put the point stuff, but the abilities can say swap it with the other pile, or swap the stash with a different pile.
Right, so you're trying to manipulate the piles in front of you and the piles in front of the other people.
So that you can get the points and the other person can get the rocks.
So this game says it takes 20 minutes to play. I think your explanation lasted longer than it actually takes to play this game.
Maybe.
So I don't think it's going to be anybody's.
Nah.
It didn't click with me, unfortunately.
No, she did not like this game.
It was fun though.
I love the artwork.
I think it's a fun little casual type game that if you just wanted to sit down and over coffee or whatever play a quick little game, not bad, but I don't think it's anybody's top. This was our only button shot game this year.
Oh. Surprising.
All right, what else you got there?
I got A Walk in the Park.
Yeah. Oh, Grayson didn't play this one.
Oh no.
I forgot about that.
It is a roll and write where you're making pathways around the park in Australia.
Yeah, because it's based on another game that I don't know, it's buried in here somewhere, but we'll get to that.
Yes. It came with it.
Yeah.
It's
I know.
fine.
It's
But the kicker is trying to draw that bird.
the ibis or the ibis, whatever however you say that. Yeah, it's perfectly fine.
Yes.
I kind of feel the same way about Squabbling Goblins, where it's fine over lunch or over coffee, drawing paths, really nothing special.
No. But it's a perfectly cromulent game. It's not on my list.
No.
No.
And Grayson didn't play it, so
Well, it's
set it over
obviously
there.
not on my list.
All right. Here, let's do another. Here's another 2-player game with Squabbling Goblins, was a
Which
2-player
I
game.
didn't play.
And she didn't play this one. This one's So You've Been Eaten, which is a really clever game where one person is playing a monster, and the other person is playing a miner that goes into that monster's stomach to harvest the crystals inside of it. This is a super fun game. Unfortunately, we only ever played it once this year.
Yes.
And I was the miner and you were the monster. Mm-hmm. And I believe you digested me. Yeah,
Yes.
Unfortunately. But it is really fun, and it's really clever, and it's a cool little back and forth 2-player game. So I think it needs a few more plays from me. But how do you feel about it, Grayson?
It was fun.
Okay.
Not on my list.
Okay, that's fine. This was cool, though, and we're going to play this more. I know we said that a lot last year, and some of those games... Anyway, so what else?
Well, I have Creature Feature.
Who's the people that didn't like? I don't know. Some people just didn't enjoy it for some reason.
Who was that? I didn't... Are you talking?
No, I don't know because I liked it.
I don't think anybody not enjoyed it. I think somebody just would be really, really terrible at it. And I think that person's me. Oh. No, I liked it.
Wait, oh no, I'm thinking of a different game. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it was fine. I feel like it'd be better with more players.
What does it go to? 6? Yeah,
Yes,
maybe.
it's
Maybe you're
definitely
right.
better
Because we
with
only
more
played
players.
it with 3.
You're
And
right. I don't remember why.
Because it's more like a bluffing game.
Because it's where you
Make
go
sure
down
you,
the.
don't put that in front of your mouth.
It's where you go down the tracks, to
Right.
compete for like the short or the main film.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
And then someone is guaranteed going to get it for free each time.
Yeah.
Right. So it was a fun card game. It's designed by Richard Garfield of all people.
The old school horror movie monsters.
Yeah. So it's got that. It's got a lot of things I like. I just for some reason I was really bad at it. I
It
think
was pretty good.
I think it needs more plays and like you said, probably with more people.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
that more players would definitely benefit.
Okay. All right. That's fair enough.
Anyways, we got Don't Go In There, which is like it's a ghost game where what you're trying to do is you're trying to get out of the house.
Well, you're little kids who wandered into this
Haunted house.
house,
And there's like it does say don't go in there.
and it turns out there's curses everywhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you can't avoid taking curses. You're going
Nope.
to take some curses. Like, a lot of curses, probably.
Right.
But you just want to be the one with
Right.
the least curses.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes.
Or there's ways to get rid of the curses, or sometimes, like,
Give the
through the
curses?
cards, if you get so many of a curses, maybe they don't count.
Yeah.
Or give those curses.
Yes.
Right, so, but it's basically, they call it push your luck, but it's hardly push your luck.
No.
It's sometimes you go deeper into the room to get the cards you want, but then you might take more ghosts, which might be negative points at the end of the
Yeah,
game.
the ghosts can give you negative points if you
Yeah,
have the
because
most.
whoever has the most ghosts gets,
So
like,
and then you roll the dice
negative points.
when the room fills up. You roll the dice to see how many ghosts come out. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Super fun. This was
enjoyed it.
this was
I
a really
love
good
the
game.
packaging, how the box turns into a dice tower.
Yes, it's very neat. It's definitely a game like a Halloween game that we're
Yeah.
gonna play every Halloween probably.
Yeah, oh yeah,
So,
for sure.
Should I keep this on? Keep this out?
No.
Anybody feeling
Not
it?
for me.
No,
but
not me either. But it's
Really
a solid
enjoyable.
solid game. All right. Let's see here. Here we have a game, and this one's called what?
Wormholes.
Wormholes. Okay, so this is another one that we didn't really agree on.
No.
I think this game was fun.
Me too.
I feel like this game is a filler plus, and if you treat
Yes.
it like a filler plus,
It
I
is
think
really fun.
I think you have a good time with it. However, someone in our group didn't like it.
I mean, I could try to play it again. I think I was sick at the time, and I don't.
Yeah, you were.
I barely even really remember playing it, but I know it didn't click, and it was upsetting at
Yeah,
the
you
time.
were you were not having a good time.
No.
I mean,
Why is it so short?
but there's like it goes very quickly.
Yes.
And the game ends quickly. But there are random card draws, and sometimes you can draw better to your like the planet you're near or whatever, or have any easy access to. But that's why I think if you treat it as a filler plus, you can just set it up and play it again. It'll be over in 15 minutes. So, even though it says 45 minutes on the box, I feel like 45 minutes for this game would be you're really going slow.
Yeah. Like.
This game's fun. So how do you feel about this game, Grayson? Should I keep it here on the table maybe? Yeah, okay. Because I feel also you're a wizard at this game.
Yeah, I'm like
So,
really
like,
good. at
you've
this
like
game.
won it handily every time we've played.
Yeah.
All right. What else do you have over there?
I have Ghost Snap, where you. It's a 2-player game where you're in the cemetery trying to take pictures of ghosts before you get too scared and run away.
Yep. James and Kathy found a ghost camera.
You can take pictures,
Of ghosts.
but your anxiety is also through the roof.
Yeah, it's not a deck builder, but it feels a little bit like a deck builder. But you're sharing the deck. So there's the anxiety cards are going into more and more of them are going into the deck. So
And
every
you're
round.
just trying to take the most pictures of the ghosts that you can, because you don't know what you're taking at all.
No.
Until you develop
The
them, right.
photo deck is face down, so you don't see if you're
just
getting enough points or
trying
not.
to get as many cards as you can because you need those ghosts.
Yeah, it's pretty neat because you're snapping as many pictures as you can, and you're manipulating
Yep.
your hand and the other people's hands and the cards decks. Yeah, I like this game.
It's either you get 12 points and win, or you or you run away from the cemetery scared out of your pants.
Yeah, and we've never managed to beat that.
Nope.
But I definitely want to try some more because
Yeah.
I like that game a lot.
Yeah, it was really cool.
I thought it was a really clever, cool little 2-player game.
Yeah. Is it staying on the table?
Keep that on the table for me.
Keep it on the table. All right.
All right, Grayson, you're hiding one down here, by the way.
I don't know.
This is a solitaire game, so this one's all me. I've been the only one who played this, and it's a solitaire type of game that I enjoy, where it's a quick and easy, like dice manipulation, card drafting type game. Doesn't take too long. I felt that it was a little easy, but there's also like a solo campaign that I have not tried yet. So I think maybe that might get progressively harder. So Bandada, by the way, is the name of this, which is Spanish for flock, more or less. But yeah, fun, but I would not make my top of the year. Sure, grab it.
Okay.
Oh.
Next up, we got Sapporo
1876.
1876.
which is a
Make sure you're not
2-player game.
Yes.
talking things.
Which it goes surprisingly quick. But what you basically are trying to do is you're trying to get enough points through like cards and just like having like points.
Right, so it's a resource type gathering and then turning in for stuff type of game.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Under the theme of settling Sapporo, Japan in
Sure.
1876.
So you're like, yeah, you're trying to get your people into the government, and you're
Yeah.
trying to, get your food like production up these tracks.
And your scholars learned.
Yep, and train all your scholars. I think this was a really fun game. It's weird that it goes so quick.
It does. It feels like it's like
it feels
oh, it's over.
But the cool thing
it
is,
goes way too quick.
well, I think. Right, so because of that, if you make tiny little mistakes or you are not able to do something that the other person is able to also do, you're toast. Which is
Yeah.
what happened to you in our game.
Yeah.
And what happened to Evan in our game?
No, that's not true.
Yeah, you couldn't do anything in
you're
the
right,
last turn.
You're right, at the end it did. Yeah, okay. So I like this game. I think I'm going to keep it on the table for a minute.
Okay.
It's a Nuchi Bakoya game, so it's got fantastic pieces, which always helps in me because,
Yeah.
I like good pieces. So we'll keep this here for a minute,
All right.
see what happens.
I have another 2-player game, Cryptid Urban Legend.
Yep, Grayson did not play this one.
Yeah, Grayson has not played this one. It is weird in a way.
It's weird to the point of barely being able to understand what's happening.
It's thinky, and you have to basically, I want the monster to escape. You want to capture him.
But the way that happens is so strange.
Yeah,
It's so like
it's weird.
obtuse because
Yeah.
I think I was doing things. I wasn't sure why I was doing those things or if they were even helping me play the game.
Right.
I would like to try that again.
After you understand it a little
but-
more.
I also I'm not looking forward to trying it again. So that's definitely not a top 5 game of the year.
No.
A lot of people hate it.
It was fine. I don't know that I hated it, but I also won, so.
Yeah, so yeah, set that on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah, get out of here.
All right, here's Keystone North America.
Yes.
Keystone North America there's a lot of games like this these days where you are drafting cards and then putting them into your grid to score points.
With beautiful animals.
Beautiful animals.
One like that is Overboss.
It's that same style of game. There's a lot of these styles of games lately. This one is particularly good looking.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's also tough.
Yeah.
Especially
You're
when
waiting on one card.
Yeah, especially when you set it up so you're waiting on one
You're
card.
checking the rule book, like, does this card exist? I need summer
it's
and
like freaking
number 1 and
one card.
All right, so I think there might be a player count issue with this. With 2 players, you play with half of the deck.
Right.
And then 3 players.
You play with all of the deck, but also at 4 players, you play with all of the deck.
Right. We've only played 2 and
You
3.
need to play 2/3 of the deck at 3 players.
Probably.
Make sure you're speaking up, Grayson. So yeah, I think if you played with 2 or 4, it's probably the optimal play counts for this.
Yeah.
But it is fun.
Yes.
How does everyone feel about it?
It's not a contender for me, but I did enjoy it.
Yeah, same here. I don't think it would make my list either, but
It was fun. It was
We had a
fun.
good time with it.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. I have Potion Market, which is a game where you are brewing potions, and you got some googly-eyed familiars to help you out with that.
The art is very cute.
The art is very cute. Yes. There's lots of different ways to get points in the game.
Yes.
And there's ways to get more. I don't know what they called them in the game, but your little chips that to move them around.
Right,
Yes.
It's got like the Mancala type mechanism where
Yes.
you're picking them all up and then dropping around in a circle.
To do various
Yes.
things. Yeah, I really like this one.
You really like that one?
really
I like
like
that
this
game
one.
too, except that's another one that I'm terrible at.
You are.
I've lost.
So
I've
what
lost
happens
very
is
badly
that
every time.
Daddy loses extremely badly. I get like 2 points shy of Mommy, and she always wins.
It's happened every time we play. Like, my score's terrible, and those two are really close. And I don't know what I'm doing wrong,
But she always wins.
but it's still a fun game.
Yeah, it is.
So, do you want to keep that around for a minute?
I am.
Okay,
keeping
let's do
around. Grayson, do you want to do this one?
Sure, this one is Cora Quest, which I guess I technically have an art piece in that, and so does my brother.
Yeah, you do. Go ahead, keep talking.
Yeah, so Cora Quest is a game where you go
It's on the
around.
bottom.
Yeah, you go around and do a bunch of like different types of quests, like for scenarios, and you have to defeat all the monsters or like reach a certain goal.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Look, there's a lot of games here, and they're falling over.
But yeah, so it's a fun game.
Yes. It's a fun little dungeon
It's
crawler.
a real, pretty
Yes,
simple
yes.
dungeon crawler. It's designed for, like, parents to play with children,
Right.
that
but
kind of thing.
still not easy.
No, it's not, because it can, okay, so a lot of times you are relying on the dice rolls.
Yeah.
And if the dice rolls aren't going your way, it's not, there's a little you can do, but not much.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
It doesn't take too long. It's, it goes, and there's different scenarios, and there's even more online, and there's an expansion coming.
You
so
can write your own.
You can write your own. You can make your own characters or villains or whatever. So it's a neat little package that's, I think if it became more widely available, like if you could buy this at like Barnes and Noble, I think it would do really well. Like,
Yeah,
right?
probably.
But it's not coming from an American company, so
Yeah.
No.
maybe one day.
Maybe one day
it'll get good distribution and and
Blow up.
Right. And,
blow up. Well, I hope it doesn't blow up.
Right. But that was
I might hurt
also Dan and Cora's first design game, so
Yes.
I believe they might be working on some kind of sequel as
Maybe.
well.
As well as the expansion? Yeah, maybe. All right, so should I keep this on the table? How does everyone feel about that?
It's not a contender
Okay.
for me, but I do enjoy
Me.
it.
Okay,
It
same
is
here.
fun. It is fun. All right.
Same here. I'll set it down here.
All right, can you get this one in the front?
Yes, we have a couple. We have 4 more left, I think.
Yeah.
Here is Creature Comforts. I think 2022 was the year of dice placement for us, because we've had quite a few dice placement type games. This one is a dice placement and a worker placement game,
Yeah. It's,
where you're
With cute animals.
where you're putting your workers out before you know most of the dice rolls,
Yes.
the die rolls.
you have 2 dice that you do know.
Yeah, but then you have a bunch that you don't. So you're hoping to be able to do the spots that you're putting your workers at. Where you're basically like gathering goods for the winter. Like
I need these apples.
You're gathering stuff for the winter, like food, and then like amenities that go in your little
Board games, chairs, cloths,
Yes.
ski boots.
quilts.
And you can get points off of other people's cards, what they have as well, which is great. And
Yes.
that's usually how
You win the game,
Yeah.
like by gobbling up those cards.
So
that
Daddy has
do that.
Yeah.
5 lamp, and Mom's like, 2 points for other people's lamps. Get it.
Yeah, but this is a lot of fun. This is a fun kids table board game. Makes great games. I think they did a good job with this one. It's a little heavier than maybe most other games that they have, but it still works really well for maybe not all ages, but older aged kids with parents.
Yes.
Should I keep this on the table?
Yes.
Okay. We're out of room here. All right, so let me make a little bit of room here. Oh, I'll grab this one. This one is Now or Never.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have mixed feelings about Now or Never. It is the third in Ryan Lockett's Above and Below, Near and Far, and then Now or Never. This game was fun. This game was long with 4 people because we played through the whole campaign with 4 people. It wasn't not enjoyable.
But we never have to play it again.
But I never want to play it again.
Not because it was bad, but just because it was...
But we also saw everything with the 4 players.
Right.
If you had 2 players and went through and then played through it again with the other 2 characters,
Yes.
maybe. But we saw all the stories.
It's very light on story, I think.
Yes.
In comparison to the other ones as well.
It's kind of like a little disappointing in comparison to Near and Far and Above and Below. I mean, Above and Below has like random story bits, but
it does, but it still feels like there's more story
going
in there,
on,
even though they're not connected. Like
Right.
this had a connected campaign,
Right.
Which I honestly didn't even really mean that much at the end, but yeah.
basically everyone gets this random happy ending.
But it was still fun.
Yeah.
I still enjoyed playing it. I enjoyed like the puzzle of like putting the buildings in there and trying to do better. I was usually the worst player at this. I feel like I improved over the campaign.
You did.
So I'm going to go ahead and guess that this is nobody's top 5 game of the year.
It is not.
Which is a little bit disappointing, but...
Actually.
Oh.
Okay, well...
It is,
okay.
but
I'll leave it on the table. That's fine.
It's a contender for
it's
Grayson.
possible.
Okay, that's fine. Let me grab this other one that's here in front.
Okay.
And this is The Gardens. This is the game that...
This is another game that someone here did not completely enjoy.
Yes, but this is the walk in the park game is based on The
Right.
Gardens.
Yes.
Where you're just drafting cards, placing them in your grid to connect paths and meet some scoring goals.
It's fine.
It's fine.
The rollback leaves some stuff to be desired.
There was some unexplained things, and I know you were hung up on a lot of stuff that were
Yeah.
just wanted.
I was having a day.
Yeah, so it's fine. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed playing it.
Yeah.
I will definitely play it again.
Yeah, I would play it again, but like I said, it was just fine for me.
Okay. I think it was probably just fine for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so not much to say about The Gardens, I guess. All right, what is left? Is that the only game
I
left?
think this is
think
the
so.
only game left, and it is Ostia.
Yeah,
It's kind of heavy.
Yeah.
there's a lot in there.
It's another Uchibakoya game.
Yep.
There's a great production of boat meeples. I don't remember what they're actually called.
Boat people.
No, they have a name.
No,
the type of boat has a name.
Yeah, I
Bubbles.
just can't think of what they are. And it's another Mancala system where you're putting your boats out to do actions and collect things like unicorns sometimes.
Okay, but exotic animals.
I
you mean?
know, yes. But the
Exotic-
image is a unicorn, which I
Yeah.
think is funny. Yeah.
So there is a lot going on in this game.
Yes.
There is the Mancala mechanism where you're
Yeah.
moving your ships around, and then you're also setting your ships out to sail to these ports. And then once you get them down to the end of the ports, that's where a lot of the scoring, like the big scoring, happens.
Yes.
And this is a big scoring game.
It is.
Like this, there's a lot of points available, and like everyone
Pretty
gets
sure
a pretty.
you can theoretically get up to 300 points.
Yeah, it might be possible. So yeah, this game is fun.
It's super fun.
It plays really smoothly once you know how. Everything makes sense.
Yes.
The Mancala puzzle can be a little tough on you sometimes
Oh, it
because
can. Yes.
suddenly where your boats are going to land, none of them, you don't want to do any of those actions.
Right.
Yeah.
Because some of the things are like, if you build your last building or you build your last boat, it ends the game, and you don't want the game to end. But
Yeah.
for some reason, you can't get
Right.
you're only landing on those spaces. You're like, no.
Right.
I don't want the game to end.
Exactly. Because
Right.
I need to do more things before the game ends. And then some people, not naming names because they're not here, but end the game and you're like,
That was okay because somebody who is here went really hard on bottles and destroyed everyone else in that game.
Hey, I mean, I was second place.
Yeah, but here's the thing. There was a lot of bottle scoring tiles on the board at the time.
Yeah.
And
Hey, I got a decent amount of bottles.
that's
which
just not enough.
that is the tiles that are placed are different, so there is
Yes.
a lot of repair.
Yes.
Those bottles are lowest on the scoring track.
Yeah,
They can be pretty powerful.
they can.
It's because,
your
like I
dad
said,
found out.
because there was multiple other places to get bottle points all
Yeah.
over the place.
Yeah.
So, all right. So that was all 36 of these games that we've talked about. So
Oh,
let's.
wait, is that one on any?
Yeah, I think.
Oh,
we're,
yeah.
I think we're gonna keep that one.
I think we're gonna keep that on the
All
table.
right. So Let's do our top fives. Okay. Who wants to go first here?
Not me.
Not you. Okay.
I can go first if you want me to.
Why don't you go first?
Okay.
I need to look at my list.
So we start with 5, right?
Yeah. What will be your number 5 game of 2022?
I think it is. I have to decide between Potion Market and Dice Theme Park.
Okay.
Oof. Very different in size.
Yes.
and type of game.
Yes.
But like you said, this being, a bit fiddly, but fun, I think I'm going to go with Potion Market.
Potion Market for your number 5. Okay.
Potion Market for my number 5.
Yeah. Start a pile or something.
Okay.
I know we don't have any room, but so many games.
Of course, the smallest box on the bottom.
Number 5. Yeah, all right, that's fine.
And then I would probably go for Eternal Palace.
Eternal Palace, huh?
Yes, I like the dice placement in this and
Yep.
going up the different tracks and
Yep.
trying to get the system and getting the beautiful paintings and making your thing. Even though easels aren't a thing in the game, but there's one in the box, whatever. It looks great.
Yes.
I really enjoyed it.
Yes.
Then I'm going to go for Creature Comforts.
Creature Comforts, number 3.
Creature Comforts, number 4. I really enjoy this one. Like I said, getting the cards that give me points from what y'all were doing, that's definitely my way to go. But is that a bad thing that I'm telling them that? We'll find out when we play again.
It's also possible that those cards don't come up as often either.
That's true.
Daddy. So next game, we just get no creature comfort cards, and she just loses because she.
Yeah, I'm sure we're going to do really well.
I don't think it works that way.
I ended the game with 0 points.
My next one would be over there, and it would be
It's
Decorum.
not going to be Wormholes.
No, it's not Wormholes. It's
So-
Decorum.
Decorum is your number 2.
Yes.
Number 2.
I really enjoyed the puzzle of this one. I had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun game. It's a fun game to play. I agree.
And then
Then what the heck is your number 1?
Ostia.
Ostia is your number 1 game of the
Ostia is my
year.
number 1. I can't pick it up. Ostia.
Okay.
Ostia is my number 1.
Number 1 game of the year. Okay,
Yep.
cool.
Yeah.
Oof.
So.
We'll put it in the back.
All right. So, you want me to go next, Grayson?
I can do it, I guess.
Okay, because it's tough for me. I'm having a tough decision here.
Okay.
So, but I definitely have locked in number 5, which
Okay.
I'm gonna go with as Three Sisters.
Three Sisters is your number 5.
Yes.
Okay.
I really thought it was. I thought it was really interesting and intricate how you could score so many points and get just trigger so many combos.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's an very enjoyable game to
So
play.
that is my number 5.
Number 5. Number 4.
My number 4.
Look at them all. Don't forget about Frosthaven over there.
Yeah, I know. You know what? I'm gonna put my number 4 as Wormholes.
Number 4 is Wormholes, huh? I thought that might actually end up being higher up the list.
Which I really enjoyed. It was a great game, and it's pretty quick. It's pretty simple, and you can get a lot of points, and I win.
Yeah, well, you're good at it. So, all right, what
Yeah.
else we got?
Okay, so number 3. That's a great question. I think I'm gonna go with Now or Never.
Now or Never is your number 3 game of the year. Okay.
You had a lot of good time with your story.
Yeah.
Even though it's a game you're never gonna play again.
Though it was a great. I had a great time
Okay.
playing it.
No, that's perfectly valid.
yeah.
Yep.
So number 2 is going to be Frosthaven.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna add that to. Well, I got. Okay. All right. I guess I am adding it to the pile.
But yeah, so Frosthaven, I really, really enjoyed it, especially since it was my first time playing a Haven game.
In that system, yeah, you really enjoyed the system with the cards and all that stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. What else you got?
Okay, so
What's your number 1 game of
This
2022?
is a really hard decision.
Your very favorite game of the year.
I feel like I could go with Ostia.
Okay.
Could go with that one.
This is your number 1 game. That should be an easy decision for you.
It's not. It's really not. I honestly don't know.
Well, you got to pick something.
Fine. I'm gonna go with Ostia.
Ostia's your number one game of the year.
Oh, once again, Ostia.
Okay, let's see.
I can't pick it up.
Oh gosh! All right, well, we're not. This is actually just the box cover, not the whole game. So
We're not gonna balance that. For
yeah, we're not going to balance that. All right. So Ostia is your number one game of the year.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So Frosthaven's not going to make my list.
Okay. I
So,
put it on the
here's
floor.
it. So, Ostia, I did not have the greatest in time doing it the first time I played it, but I had a really great time playing it the second time around.
Did you understand it more when you
Yes.
played it?
Well, I mean, I think you had a good time playing Ostia until it came to the scoring the first time round.
Right. It's one of those things. Right. It's one of
It's
those
like
games
you
where
thought you did so much better.
Yeah, it didn't work out. All right.
Yeah. But it was I had a really good time
Yeah.
playing it.
Okay. So my turn, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make this easy. We're gonna go quick here.
All right.
Maybe. I think number
Maybe.
5. I'm gonna do creature covers.
Okay.
I like dice placement games. I like worker placement games, and this is a really fun one.
Okay.
Great time. I'm not picking Now or Never. I'm not picking Wormholes. Let's see here. I don't think I'm gonna pick Dice Theme Park either. It ran a little long. So let's do Eternal Palace instead.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're not that similar, but here's another two dice placement games.
No.
For my number 3, I'm going to do Sapporo 1876. I love the way this game looks. I love the way it plays and how tight and fast it is.
Okay.
Okay.
So mine was that 5, 4, 3. For my number 2, I'm going to pick Three Sisters.
Okay.
Because I do love Roll and Rights, and I love how this one goes.
Okay.
It's fantastic.
What's your number 1?
My number 1 is also going to be Ostia. Because come on now.
Triple
It's so good.
Unbelievable. Triple number 1. We all have the same number 1.
Nice.
I feel bad like leaving Ghost Snap off because this was
It was a lot of fun.
This was a lot of
What
fun.
about Skate Summer?
I didn't like it that much.
I mean, I liked it.
I liked it. I liked it a lot, but
Not as much as those.
not as much as these.
Yep.
And we had to narrow it down. Okay. So, thank you for joining us and watching us struggle through our top 5s here.
And also, thanks for watching till the end.
Yes, of course. And like I said earlier, there will be another video coming in a traditional top 10 format.
Yes.
That's going to cover expansions and like re-implementations
Yeah.
and then like new versions of games that came out in 2022. So look forward to that. And I guess that's it, right?
Yep.
All right. See you later, everybody.
Bye.